Hey Paisanos, welcome back to all of Mario's. Doc Phoenix going solo here. Things are going to be a little bit different for our next game on the list, Donkey Kong Country 2, the Game Boy Advance remake. If you've been watching the series the whole way, you may have remembered the last video of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, where I made some statements of questionable validity about how this game might actually be good. It did not take very long for me to remember that this is, in fact, Donkey Kong Country. I was, in fact, drunk on a high of, the emotional high of a good platformer after a long period of just not really having a lot of just pure fun. So, I'm doing this alone because me and Nick tried to sit down and do a normal live commentary session, and that really did not go well. Nick does not deserve to have this inflicted on him. So, here we have the main menu. You see, we've got a couple of bonus things, as always with these remakes, there's a couple of bonus things. We've got our options. Of course, I go into the options straight away. We got languages, music, sound effects, volumes. There's a cheats menu. There's always a cheats menu in the Donkey Kong Country games. So, this game. I'm gonna get into how painful it is before too long. This is, of course, post-commentary, and what you're seeing here is we were just kind of futzing around. This was from the live commentary session with Nick that I just decided to cut because it was really bad. There was just no good energy involved whatsoever. But we were looking at the screen and we were commenting about how they have all of the letters of the English alphabet, and also Enye. For some reason, they don't have like the French letters, with the little C squiggle. They don't have the like accented characters or anything. Anyway, you've got one player, you've got two-player team. Two-player team is not a link cable thing. It is literally, if you select that, whenever you take damage and switch to the other Kong, or just, whenever you switch to the other Kong, it pauses the game and tells you hand the console to your partner. So, really ham-fisted in there. So, we are actually going to, I am going to have one thing that I am going to salvage from the live commentary session that me and Nick did is doing the voices for the opening cutscene that we're about to see. Because I like the voices. We do the voices and it's fun. And I think that's fun and we're going to have it. So here it is. Anyway, whoa, dude, come in and join me. The waves are excellent.
1, did not see any waves. 2,
we have an opening cutscene.
you're not being very excellent right now.
No, he wasn't. He just kind of fell off his surfboard there. Probably because there are no waves. Anyway, DK's just relaxing on the beach. I don't know,
What do you think you're doing sitting around all day? They won't get much of a game out of this, will they? I thought you were supposed to be a big star!
Even video game heroes get time off.
Holy fuck, why are you talking?
Clearly they're speaking Kong.
Ah, okay.
And also, interesting to note that DK refers to himself as a video game hero. I think that's only because Cranky referred to him as a video game hero at some point, and he just thought, well, it has the word hero in it, so obviously that means it's a good thing. I'm gonna call myself that. Because DK doesn't know what the fuck a video game is.
Clearly. Well, by this point he hasn't played Donkey Kong on the Donkey Kong machine.
Correct.
That was in
that was in Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, that
which
happens
was
in the future.
Several
This is a
games
remake
after.
of the
this
past.
is this isn't a new event. This is just a retelling.
Right.
Of the same story.
Anyway, I heard you whisking off maidens and throwing barrels around 7 days a week, I was.
That implies a couple of things about how Cranky managed the family back in the day.
Or how he thinks he managed the family back in the day. That's how I got where I am today, you know? Hard work! None of this lazing around on a beach.
Why don't you go off and pester Diddy or something? Leave me in peace for once.
Ha! He's off somewhere with that girlfriend of his. So, I can see when I'm not wanted.
As soon as he leaves...
Well, yeah, because that's the signal for the Kremlins to kidnap him, as we established.
I'll make sure DK never messes up my plans again. You lot, go down to DK Island and bring that pesky primate to me!
Sure, boss. No worries.
It's a little weird to see the, more crocodilian Kremlin speak with, like, the snake accent. Like, I guess that's kind of, like, just reptilian in general. Anyway, DK just sits there, not paying any attention to the hovercraft that comes down and lets people not like stab him with the swords, just kind of whack him with swords, and suddenly he's tied up. You're never gonna see your friends or DK Island again!
Okay. Oh, no!
Read it then! I can't read! I'm the monkey! Very cranky, what does it say?
Give me a chance, I'm not as quick as I used to be. It says...
Ha-ha! We've got the big monkey. If you want him back, you scurvy dogs, you'll have to hand over the banana horde. Captain K. Rool. And suddenly everyone's there. I thought we'd seen the last of that old rascal. Saying that? That's cranky.
That is cranky. I can barely see the...
Yeah, it's kind of...
I suppose we better give him the bananas, hadn't we?
After all we did to get them back last time? DK would go crazy if he lost his horde again. He'd probably have us all killed.
Yes, he would. Get rid of the fucking... Ah! This story is even worse than Donkey Kong Country's. Yeah, really scraping the bottom of the barrel this time. Have you got any ideas how to get DK back?
Let's go over to Crocodile Island, rescue DK.
I'm sure as spit not gonna do it. Not that I'm past my prime. Mind you, I could still do a better job than the rest of you put together. But I wouldn't be seen dead in a game that scrolls and has bonus levels and end bosses.
Wait till tomorrow and we'll all go. No, we must go now! On guard will take us!
Hey, I'll meet you there. Come and see us if you need any help.
And that's that. We're back to just me post-commentary. That was the only bit from that live commentary session that was actually any good. Now here we are in the actual game. So we've got our pause menu here. You can save the game at any time, as they had in the other Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color remakes of the Donkey Kong Country games, because that's what you should have in a portable game, unlike the Donkey Kong Land. And we also have on the menu here, we've got a couple of other menu options. We've got level stats, showing you all the stats for level. Cranky's help, these are things that will fill in whenever you buy help from Cranky's cabin, because that was the thing in the original game. You could pay Cranky some coins to tell you hints on how to get various secrets. We've got our level completion here. It's got the video game hero medal, aka the DK coin. We've got bonus barrels, and a new thing for this game, the golden feathers, that we'll explain a little bit later once we get to the part where that's relevant. There's also on the other side of the menu here, Wrinkly's help, which, again, fills up with everything that you purchase from Wrinkly Kong at the Kong College, all of the how to play the game hints and such. And we get here into Pirate Panic. So... The Donkey Kong Country games, they always start pretty okay. They always start out just fine. And like, look here, look at this like fancy little cabin that Captain K. Rool has. This is the same note that we saw in the opening cutscene. Like, he's got a little treasure chest with a crown and sword. He's got like a map. I think it's a navigator's map, a pirate flag. He's got a nice portrait of himself hanging back on the wall. You know, there's some nice stuff in here. You know, it's this. I will admit that this game does have an amount of charm to it, and you know, there's things that are good here. But yeah, again, like these games always start out good, and that's a big part of what threw me off at first. Because again, I was just on this big high. There's a gold feather. There's one of these on every level. Again, I'll explain those in a little bit. Once we the first time we see Cranky, we'll get an explanation. And yeah, like I was on the big high coming straight off of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and I started playing this game on my own in advance, because that's how I would always do these, and it just felt really good to play, because the early levels always feel pretty damn good to play, and so it just got me thinking, well, maybe this version is worth giving a look, and you know, it's got all this extra polish, it looks nice, it's got all this extra... There's a whole lot of extra features, like mini-game, sub-game things that you're going to see before too long as we get through this first world. And it just kind of got me thinking, you know, let's give it a shot. And we gave it a shot, and it was bad. It was really bad, because there was just not enough to... A, there's not that much to be saying about this game. After we've already done it, and B, again, Nick just was aggressively disinterested. So I do not want to inflict this on Nick, so I'm just going to be going through on my own, rambling as much as I can about whatever goes on here, and mostly complaining about how the game is bad once it actually gets to the parts where the game is really, really bad. But for now, we've got this. It's Pirate Panic. It's fine. You've got all these little prizes, you got lives, you got bananas everywhere, there's a little end goal thing where you can hit the target with the timing to get a different prize. I wanted to get banana coins because, like, buying all the things in this game is actually meaningful, to, like, buy all the hints to fill out the books and such. So you need to collect a whole bunch of coins.